I cut my pieces out originally 10 inches by 12 inches. This bag pieces were, this was 12 by 16, and I think it's a little bit on the big side for me. I don't need a big bag anymore. So, as I say, my daughter may be having that one. But they were 12 by 16. These are cut out 10 by 12. But because I Freemason quilted them, it's shrunk them in slightly. So they're actually 9.5 by 11.5. As you can see, there's just some wadding, batting and the material on the front. Because I was Freemason quilting these, I wanted a bit of material on the back. So I just put some muslin on. It's not going to be seen because I'm actually going to line it with the same green. So I've got these green panels that I cut out, 10 by 12, but obviously they're a bit big now. They're a bit bigger, aren't they? So, as you can see, they're a bit bigger. Oh, I'm bothering cut them down. I'll just put a bigger seam on them and that should take it to the same size. So once you've got 3 panels, where have I put that now? There. 3 of your outside fabric, whatever size you want. Mine happened to be 9.5 by 11.5. 3 of those, you don't have to quilt them. I just thought, good time to practice, so I did. So that's 3 pieces outside fabric at 9.5 by 11.5 inches. 3 pieces of wadding, batting, 9.5 by 11 inches, or the size that you're having, and your 3 pieces of lining material, 9.5 by 11 inches, or your size. Because then it's just a matter of sewing them together. It's so easy. Is right sides together, choose which side you want up and one. No, sorry. First bit is the Velcro, the hook and loop ties. What I originally did for this bag, as I worked out roughly the size I wanted it, and it worked out exactly right. So now that was cut down. It was 12. Cut it down by 2. That's 10. Seam allowance is 9. 8. Yeah, 8. I cut an 8-inch strip for a 12-inch wide. So that's 2/3 of the starting size of the thing. So for me, I want about 5.5 inch. Yeah, 5.5 inches. But I want to know exactly where to put it. I'm going to have to put it all the way across the bottom. Thinking time. No, I've had a think, and I think I'm going to wait until I'm about to sew everything together, and then I'll be able to find out where exactly on the front I want it, and on there as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to wait until I've got it more or less all done. Right, so it's just put right sides together. if you've got a directional printer or anything, decide which way you want up and which way you want down. So there's no direction on that side, but I think I'd like it that way. So that's going to be my top. That doesn't really matter. So right sides together and sew all the way down there, across and up. I'm leaving about 1/2 inch seam allowance because I want to make sure that I'm catching everything in it. So I'll take you over to the sewing machine camera now. So put it on at round about 1/2 inch seam allowance. So let's get it started. Back up a touch. Check everything's lined up really well, and I can't see too well. That's it. It's all lined up, and go for it. Leave your needle down so you can twist the corner. Needle down, foot up, a few stitches, make sure your needle's down, and then just check that everything else is lined up. Back up at the end. And a scrappy bit of material there. I use these scrappy bits of material because you put your needle down and it locks it in place. You can cut your work off that you're working on, over end, and you haven't got to go picking around and tying up all the loose ends. Just check that you've caught all of it in, which I have, so that's it, that's done. While we're here at the machine, you do exactly the same with your lining. Now I need to leave a big seam allowance, so get it started. Back to lock your stitches. Nice big seam allowance. That's the bag sewn up two sides. You can just quickly flip it the other way. Just make sure again that you've caught all the sides, and then flip it back again so it's still with the wrong side outside, because we want to box these corners off. Bits of thread. As as you can see with this other bag I've made, it gives it a nice square box corner. So to do that, now that had got a total of 4 inches. So I'm going to have a total of 3. So half of 3 is 1.5. So you get, put your hand inside, finger right at the end, and then slowly press it together, and you can feel where this seam is and the seam on the bottom. Doesn't have to be exact. It was there on that side, but on that side it wasn't. No problem, no one's going to notice. And because I've always got this cutting board out with the measurements on, I put a line, come down from where my corner is, come down by 1.5 inches, and just place a pin. You can mark it if you want. In fact, I can show you how to mark it. I can find my pen. You can use a pencil, you can use a biro, you can use anything to mark it with, because it's going to be below the lining anyway. But, so here's a little flat tip pen, 1.5 inches down, and it's to there. Same on the other side, about 1.5 inches. So that's where I need to go. So I'll put my needle in the middle, my pin rather, and mark the other side. Seam on the line, 1.5 inches down is about there, 1.5 is about there. Get a pin just to hold them together. And because I hate doing one bit, going to the sewing machine, do another bit, I'm going to do the lining at the same time as I'm doing it that. So you might see this better on the lining than on the bag. It's just put your finger in to the end and then feel where your seam is and pull it down. Make sure these sides come out. Put it on a ruler or a tape measure, whatever you want to do. Your corner goes there. Make sure your sides are coming out, and then mark down 1.5 inches, which is about there, and 1.5 inches there. Get a pen, and pen it. Because this camera zoomed in more, you might be able to see it better. You might not. But just get to the end of that. That's it. And pin out. And yes, I have made a pin cushion that matches my sewing machine cover and my sewing machine mat. Couple of stitches and then back it because you want to lock it down. Make sure your feet don't go under your centre seam because that'll just tie it up. And all the way across to your other mark. Back it. And because, save me putting the thread thing in, because I'm doing more than one, I'll actually go straight on to doing the lining. If I can get it go under without twisting. Yep. That's why I don't like pins. Gain a few stitches, back it, lock it in, and then to your mark. Back it. And you've now got a box seam. I'll show you on the other camera.
It's a